Alice Gross's killer may have carefully planned her abduction and murder, one of Britain's leading criminologists has suggested. David Wilson, professor of criminology at Birmingham City University, said certain elements of the case pointed to the murder being a premeditated attack, rather than an opportunistic, random crime. Professor Wilson said the fact that the killer had managed to avoid CCTV and witnesses when carrying out the murder and then disposing of the body suggested he had an intimate knowledge of the area and may have been planning it for some time. Detectives hunting for 14-year-old Alice, who disappeared on August 28, announced they had discovered a body in the River Brent shortly after midnight. While few further details were given, Commander Graham McNulty of the Metropolitan Police confirmed that the killer had made significant efforts to conceal the body, suggesting it may have been wrapped up and weighed down before being dumped in the water. Professor Wilson said this also pointed to the possibility that the crime had not been carried out on the spur of the moment. He said, the fact that the killer has gone to some lengths to hide the body would suggest that he wanted to buy some time and put some distance between himself and the crime. He also appears to have carried out the murder and then dumped the body at a carefully chosen location away from any witnesses or CCTV cameras. This suggests there may have been an element of pre-planning, almost as if the killer knew the area and knew what to avoid. The police investigation will be looking at the possibility that this was a carefully orchestrated operation by someone who has scoped out the area, rather than a random, opportunistic act. Professor Wilson said by placing the body in water also suggested he had some understanding of forensic police methods. While some forensic lines of inquiry will remain open to the police, placing a body in water is one of the best ways to destroy lots of DNA and other forensic evidence, he explained. Any contact DNA between the killer and the victim is likely to have been destroyed, but it may be that there remains some forensic evidence available from the material in which the body was wrapped, he added. Professor Wilson said police would also be able to build up a basic profile of the likely killer from the circumstances in which the body was dumped. He said, the fact that the body was carefully hidden means we are talking about someone pretty capable in terms of forensic awareness and police work. He may have had to return to the body in order to conceal it properly, and this points to someone who was calm and collected enough to undertake that procedure in a public place. Detectives have appealed for patience as they now seek to collect the necessary evidence in the hunt for Alice's killer.